So, as soon as Lena and I got back from the honeymoon, Grammy and I got down to it. Ha! Yeah, like I was really going to skip past the wedding. And the honeymoon, wait till you hear about that. But first, I just have to catch you up on a couple of things. When I got back from Laura's, it was getting kind of late. Lena had been worried, but when I told her what happened with Mom and that I had gone straight to see Laura, she got it and forgave me. Then we had a late dinner and I told her everything about the trances and you know? She chuckled.
Now I'm kind of jealous.
She said. Then I told her about Laura's therapy and how I had decided to take Grammy's offer and learn how to be a great hypnotist and regression therapist. Lena was thrilled.
Oh, baby, you will be great at it. I know you will.
After we cleared up, we headed into the living room, and I told her about Laura's pocket watch collection and our deal, and what she had said about Lena dropping for me in a heartbeat.
Want to try it right now?
She asked excitedly. No, I said firmly. What I want right now is you, on your knees. Lena gasped.
Oh, baby.
She sighed with a salacious grin as she eagerly complied. You can fill in the rest on your own. The following morning, I called Grammy to tell her the news. She was delighted.
Are you sure about this, honey?
She asked. Gram, I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Zoe,
She gasped.
what on earth did Laura do to you?
I think you'd call it therapy, I replied. So, yeah, I think that's it. Which brings us to the wedding. Yeah. The big day. The biggest. I got up early. We were staying at Grammy's, but Mom had made us take separate bedrooms.
No fooling around. Save it for your wedding night.
She said. It was so weird sleeping in a bed without Lena. Her absence was like an open wound or something. But it was just for one night. Then we'd never be alone again. I went down for breakfast and Lena had beaten me to it. She looked up from her bacon, eggs, and pancakes and grinned.
Morning, gorgeous.
She said. Morning yourself, I replied, moving in for a kiss.
Break it up, you two.
Mom ordered from the stove.
You'll have plenty of time for all that later.
I snuck a quick kiss anyway, then sat beside my beloved at the kitchen table. How'd you sleep? I asked.
Not much.
Lena replied.
Too excited. And I missed you being there.
Same. I sighed. Then Mom delivered my breakfast, a huge plate of bacon, eggs, pancakes, and hash browns. Mom, I gasped. If I eat all this, I'll never fit into my wedding dress.
Trust me, baby.
She replied.
It's going to be a long day. Bulk up now. You'll thank me later.
But I was hungry, so I dug in. Then, after coffee and cigarettes, we were just about to head back upstairs to get ready, but Grammy came in and asked us to join her in her office. Mom came with us and took her place beside Grammy, looking kind of nervous. Nervous excited, I mean. You know?
Zoe, Lena,
Grammy began.
we have kind of a last-minute wedding gift for you.
Lena and I glanced at each other in surprise. What is it? I asked. Grammy went over to her desk, opened the drawer, and retrieved a small jewelry box. She held it out and carefully opened it, presenting it for us to see the contents. A ring? I noted with some confusion.
Yes.
Grammy said gently. Then Lena gasped.
Oh my god, that's it.
What?
That's the ring.
She had gone pale, and I swear her hand was shaking as she reached out towards it.
That's right.
Grammy smiled.
This particular ring was originally purchased by one Roger Corbin St. Clair.
I was astonished. No way, I gasped. This was huge, impossibly huge. The ring that Roger had never got the chance to give to Daisy. And here it was. Like 100 years later, a simple little band of white gold with a single bright diamond, fulfilling a promise that could never be forgotten. Like destiny, I guess.
It is.
Lena said breathlessly.
I know it is. I remember.
Lena took the ring reverently and turned to me, dropping to one knee. My heart was pounding, my head spinning. I couldn't believe this was really happening. Suddenly, the whole universe crystallized into this one pure moment. Lena looked up at me, holding the ring with absolute devotion.
Zoe Sheridan, Daisy Cartwright.
She said, her voice full, clear and open, filled with the weight of unspoken history.
Would you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
I broke, shattered, completely, hopelessly lost. I fell to my knees with her and we embraced each other, totally overwhelmed with emotion. Lena, Roger, I wept. Yes, always. Yes. I don't know how long we were down there, lost in each other's arms. But eventually we gathered ourselves. Lena took off my old engagement ring and replaced it with one far older and far more significant. It fit perfectly, and I felt a profound sense of rightness. Yeah, I know. It was bigger than that. Call it completion, maybe. Closing the circle of time. We got to our feet, dried our tears, and I turned to Grammy. How on earth did you find it? I asked.
I traced it through the records.
She replied, drying her own tears. I guess she and Mom got caught up too.
It originally passed to Roger's sister Dorothy, then was passed down. I found a surviving descendant and made them an offer. They accepted.
Kathy, this is.
Lena was lost for words.
Actually, it was Janet's idea.
Grammy explained. Mom? She actually blushed, and I swept her up in a big hug.
Well,
She blustered. I don't know what to say. I gasped.
You don't have to say anything, darling.
Grammy smiled proudly.
This is your day. Seeing you both so happy is all the thanks we need.
Mom nodded and finally escaped my hug.
Thank you.
Lena said for both of us.
I can't even begin to tell you how much this means to us.
Then we all hugged until Mom finally snapped back to business and ordered us to go get ready. So Mom came along with me and helped me do my hair and makeup before shoehorning me into my meringue of a wedding dress. It was beautiful, but outrageously elaborate. Layers and layers of skirts and lace and frills. Honestly, just getting into it was exhausting. I just had to hope I didn't need the bathroom for the next 12 hours. You know? Finally, Mom took a step back to survey the results.
oh, Zoe,
She sighed, hand on heart.
you look radiant.
I hope so, I said. Then I looked at myself in the mirror and gasped. Oh, wow. Cinderella or what? Like I said, the dress was a total meringue, but it was absolutely beautiful. And I got a sudden breathless moment when I realized that this was something Daisy had never got to do. I bet she would have been stunning. Mom stepped out into the hall and called.
Tom, come take a look at your daughter.
A few moments later, Dad came in and stopped in the doorway, frozen, his eyes wide and filled to burst with pride.
Oh, princess.
He sighed. I grinned and did a little twirl, my skirts flying. He stepped forward, then hesitated.
Am I allowed to hug you?
He asked. You better, I replied. After a quick glance at Mom for approval, he came in and very carefully and gently put his big old arms around me with a sigh.
Honey,
He gasped, lost for words.
you look. You know?
I know, Dad. Dad was already half into his tuxedo, shirt almost buttoned, bow tie hanging loose round his collar. Hey, what time is it? I asked as he stepped back.
Past 2.
He replied. What? I exclaimed. The wedding was set for 4 o'clock. We were way early. What am I supposed to do now? I asked.
Relax, honey.
Mom said.
Sit down, try not to crumple your dress. I'll fetch you a glass of wine. Just one. Save your strength. You know?
I carefully collapsed into a chair, deflated. I need a cigarette, I decided. Mom fussed over Dad for a moment, buttoning his shirt and fixing his bow tie. Then, with a smile, they left me to stew. I was bored out of my mind. Nothing to do but smoke, try to make a single glass of wine last over an hour, and go over the vows we had written until I knew them backwards. Oh, God. I hoped I didn't wind up saying them backwards. That's how bored I was. Finally, Mom came in and found me. Cigarette in one hand, cell phone in the other.
Zoe,
She cried.
what are you doing?
I looked up. Playing Candy Crush. What else am I supposed to do?
Put that away. It's time.
What? Already?
Yes, and put that cigarette out. Carefully.
I stood up, putting down my phone and hastily grabbing a last puff before crushing out my cigarette.
Tom,
Mom called.
Tom, it's time to go.
Dad appeared in a semi-panic.
Okay, I'm here. We all ready?
Mom fussed and straightened his bow tie, then fussed over me, fixing my hair again and fluffing out my meringue.
Okay.
She said, giving me a quick kiss on the cheek, then carefully wiping off the lipstick trace.
I'll see you down there.
And off she went. Double time. Dad took a moment.
Ready, princess?
I took a deep breath. The lingering trace of tobacco smoke in the air just enough to sustain me. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know if it was the wine or just nerves or what, but as soon as we got outside, I began to feel lightheaded. The whole thing started to feel like some kind of vivid dream. It was surreal. Mom had done an incredible job transforming Grammy's garden into some kind of enchanted wedding grotto. We passed through a huge floral archway and started slowly and majestically down the aisle. Rows and rows of chairs either side, filled with friends and family. All eyes on me. Somehow I couldn't quite take it all in. Dad kept me from floating away. His arm in mine, strong, firm, real. You know? I did notice Laura. I remember that. She was wearing a stunning red dress and those eyes of hers were shining. I guess the rather handsome guy beside her was her husband, Nick. But there at the end of the aisle, standing beside the lectern, was Lena. My Lena. She looked amazing, in a perfectly tailored peacock blue tuxedo. She'd kept her hair down. We had been debating this for weeks. And it was perfect. Her eyes met mine and everything else faded into irrelevance. I floated up the aisle till I was by her side and Dad released me with a final squeeze of my hand. This was it. The big moment. I'd love to give you a word-for-word account of the service, but I kind of lost it at this point. Just gazing into Lena's eyes with her gentle smile and the world faded away. I could hear Mr. Henson, the justice of the peace, begin talking. I'm sure he said something like,
Welcome, friends and family. We are gathered here to celebrate the union of Zoe and Lena.
the rest might as well have been gibberish because suddenly I found the whole thing incredibly funny. After all the buildup, the chaos, the endless planning, here we were, and suddenly it was all totally hilarious. I spent the next, I don't know how long, trying desperately not to laugh. And the weight of it. The shared understanding that this wasn't just for us, but for Daisy and Roger, simply added a joyous fever that only made it worse. I swear I could see the same glint in Lena's eyes, and a slight twist in her smile. I'm sure she was fighting the same urge. In fact, I know it, because I asked her afterwards. Yes, we have the wedding video, but I can't watch it without getting distracted by the look on our faces. So, I'm told it was a very good speech, but totally lost on us. Until we came to the vows.
Zoe and Lena have written their own vows.
Mr. Henson prompted. That woke us both up. We each took a breath, then began.
Zoe,
Lena,
you
are my
my
heart.
heart.
You are my
my
soul.
soul.
Across time, we found each other. From this moment on, you and I will never be apart.
apart.
I am yours. You are mine. Always and forever.
forever.
Our love, our souls will
will
shine. Our timing wasn't perfect, but we spoke from the heart without laughing, totally straight-faced. Lena came up with most of it, but I helped and we both chose to use always and forever because it was in the dedication of Grammy's book and it was so perfect. Then we exchanged wedding rings, Lena's big brother Josh serving as best man. And it was done. Mr. Henson smiled and announced,
I now pronounce you life partners. You may kiss the bride.
and we kissed and it was heavenly. Nothing else mattered in this world or any other. I think maybe everyone applauded? I don't know. We were too busy. For Daisy, for Roger, for Lena and me. Then we recovered ourselves and walked slowly down the aisle, arm in arm, smiling proudly, nodding at faces we knew and loved, acknowledging their delight in our union. I remember that there was a lot of wiping of tears. Finally, we made it through the back door into the kitchen where we collapsed into each other's arms in fits of hysterical laughter. We had gotten married,